Well, hello friends, Scott from Flat River Keto. If you're new to my channel, welcome. On my channel, you get to come along for the ride on my keto journey. I check in with you once a week to update you on my keto progress, and I try to check in with you at least one other time during the week, usually to share something that I've discovered about the ketogenic lifestyle, but occasionally to share a little something that I've discovered about this little journey that we call life. Today is actually Sunday. Normally my check-in days are Saturday, but I wasn't really feeling it yesterday. It's been an interesting week, which is actually what I'm going to talk with you a lot about today. I want to kind of go over some new goals that I have, go over kind of what's happened in the last week, and we'll move forward. So, they say that confession is good for the soul. I mentioned that in a short video this week. This week, I had a very difficult week, and I slipped up. I went off the ketogenic lifestyle for a couple of days, kind of got back on track, had another little slip up again yesterday, and hopefully now we're moving forward. I'd like to think that we are. But I share that with you. I joke about confessing my sins. I share that with you not to confess my sins, but to share my whole journey with you, to share my experience with you, to definitely let you know that I am far from perfect, that I am just a person on this journey. I've been on this journey for a little over 2 years now, and I've had a lot of success, but I'm very human. And I learned a few things about myself this week, and I want to share that with you, and then I want to share my goals moving forward for the month of August. So what I want to share with you guys is, those of you who've been along on this ride with me for a good majority of it know that I have been made consciously aware of a couple of times a year where I struggle a little bit. And after being made aware of that, I was able to deal with it better. Well, something that I discovered that was new to me, I guess, is that I hadn't consciously been aware of the fact that after vacation, I've had a little bit of a struggle. I have enough data now. You guys know that I'm an accountant, so I love to analyze data. I have enough data now to know that this has happened both years of the 2 years of my journey. And if I look back further in my health journey to other times where I've tried to lose weight, I've probably had similar things happen. But basically what it is I've worked really hard this summer, and I knew that I had this really fun vacation to look forward to, going to California. And then after that, I didn't really have anything in my immediate plans. And I know about myself, when I don't have a plan, when I don't have something I'm shooting for, something that I'm working on, that's really hard for me. Also, there's a bit of a letdown after you do something, even something really fun and something really cool and something really recharging, as was my California vacation. For those of you who've been paying attention, watching my last 8 to 10 videos or so, I posted quite a few videos while we were on vacation, posted quite a few shorts while we were on vacation. So you're able to see what a great time we had in California. But after we got back from that, there was a hangover, so to speak. Not a real one. I don't drink. But an actual, hangover, a letdown of where I'm not having the fun anymore, and I don't really have a plan for what we're doing moving forward. We're coming off of some downtime and back into regular life, and getting back into the groove or back into the swing of things has been more difficult, I guess, than I thought it would be. And I hadn't consciously thought about it. That's the other thing. I was talking with my wife about this today, about this little setback, so to speak, that I've had this week. And I didn't think about the fact that I was going to have this setback. And because I didn't think about it, it kind of snuck up on me, and I had a bit of a difficult week. Now, I will say what kind of led to it was a combination of things. I came home, and I think I picked up a little bug from my brother-in-law. He was sick the last couple of days of our vacation. By Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, I had a little bit of a fever, had some body aches and some chills. It lasted about 24 hours, but it kind of got my defenses down a little bit, so to speak, as far as making sure that I'm doing the things that I should be doing, making sure I'm doing the things that I want to be doing. And so I don't think that helped. But then in addition to that, like I already mentioned, having a lack of direction after the vacation, everything about the summer was kind of leading up to the vacation. And for those of you who've been following along know that my health goals have been leading up to my vacation. And so we got to the vacation. I did really well on vacation. I stayed keto on vacation. I got lots of exercise on vacation. I continued to do my workout programs on vacation. We had a wonderful week, but when the week was over, we got back on Sunday and I went to work on Monday. Sunday, of course, was a travel day. It was a very long day. My wife was probably very correct in saying that I needed to take a little bit of a breather maybe on Monday, which is what I should have done, by the way. Take a breather on Monday and maybe, not do my DDPY workout. Just take a day to get some extra rest, sleep in a little bit. Well, the problem was because I didn't really have direction. I still had these goals. You guys know who've been following along. You know what my goals are, what my goals have been. But I didn't really have a plan for after vacation. And because of that, you take that in conjunction with the fact that I got back so late on Sunday that I really needed to take Monday to kind of try to recuperate. And then I got a little bit sick on Tuesday and Wednesday. That combo led to not having a great week, to eating off plan on Wednesday, eating off plan part of a day on Thursday, and then having another little slip up last night where I ate some things that weren't on my plan. And it's been a very interesting it's been very interesting for me to reflect on that and to think about what has caused that and what I can do to combat it moving forward. And again, I think a lot of what has caused it was a bit of a combination of being a little under the weather, but more than that, probably just not having any direction and not having a plan. Now, the easy solution to that would be to never take breaks and never go on vacation, and that doesn't seem like that's really going to work. That also really isn't life, right, guys? We have to take a break sometimes. We have to take an opportunity to reset. And again, as you know, my vacation was a keto vacation. I wasn't taking a break from it then, but I was taking a break from my normal routine then. I think for me, the way that I could avoid this kind of thing in the future is that I need to be consciously aware of what's going on. As I mentioned to you guys, I think I mentioned already, I have a couple of times a year where I have noticed that this happens to me. It happens to me during tax season. That one's pretty obvious as to why it happens, and I know what's going on. Tax season is a very stressful time for me. I'm working 60 hours a week, so I know that that's going to be tough. Now, there's not a whole lot I can do about that unless I was going to change careers, which I don't plan on doing anytime soon. So that I just kind of have to continue to work on how to maintain probably during tax season. And it's smart to think about maintaining during tax season. Not putting on 25 pounds like I did this past tax season, but actually not trying to focus on losing any weight, but really trying to focus on maintaining. Now, the other time of year that I've been consciously aware of is in January. I have a post-holiday blues, which I think is very similar to a post-vacation blues. And I'll talk about that here in a second. But I was aware of that, consciously aware of that. So this year, the month of January was much better for me than it was the year before because I knew coming out of the holidays that I had to be on point and prepared for a possible letdown. And by being consciously aware of that, I think I did a really good job in mitigating my post-holiday blues. Now, my post-holiday blues kind of led into the month of February, and we had some car trouble, and we had some home stuff, and I wasn't really prepared for that, and then of course it led right into tax season, and so that combination kind of led to me gaining a little bit of weight this past winter. The point of all that blathering on was that when I'm consciously aware of something, I'm much better able to deal with it. And it's so funny because my wife and I were talking about this today. I had in passing just thought about the fact that if I had looked at the data, I could see that when I got back from vacation, the months of August and September have kind of been treading water months or even gaining a couple of pounds months as far as the scale goes. And that has probably been due to this post-vacation letdown or just not having any direction for a little while. And in the last 2 years, I've had the post-vacation letdown, and then I've gotten myself back on track and had a great fourth quarter heading into the holiday season because I'm all ready for it. And unlike a lot of people who like to kind of maybe take the holidays off, I've always had the holidays be a really successful time for me. In the same way that vacation has always been a really successful time for me where I could actually lose some weight or lose some fat, which is really probably more important to me. Having said that, I was not prepared as I was for the month of January, this past January. I was not prepared for the post-vacation letdown. I'm consciously aware of it now, so I would like to think that next year when I go on vacation, I will be prepared and ready for a post-vacation letdown. And once I'm consciously aware of something, I do a pretty good job of handling it. So, knock on wood over here, I can be better prepared so that next year when this comes along, I can have success. Now, having said that, now that I'm consciously aware of it, and I've talked a little bit about it with my wife, I feel like this isn't something that's going to last the whole month of August and the whole month of September. I am aware of it. I've got some goals I've written down for the month of August to make a change and to be successful. But again, this kind of thing happens. I'm not perfect. I definitely ate things off of my keto plan. I did not do my exercise this week. I was just had a very off plan week for me. And it would be easy to get really depressed about that. And my modus operandi in the past would have been to beat myself up about it. But I am going to not do that. I'm going to give myself some grace. I'm going to move forward. I am aware of what has happened. And I now have a plan and some systems and processes in place moving forward so that I can have success, so that the fall, end of summer, beginning of fall months are not unsuccessful for me, but they're actually successful, and I can continue to move forward and continue to meet my goals. So that's the plan moving forward. If that has been helpful to you, I hope so. Helpful to you to know that I'm very much human, I'm very imperfect, and that I don't always have weeks where I do everything that I want to do. And yeah, so we shall speak no more of this. Moving forward. I apologize, guys. This is going to probably be a longer video today because I realize I try to keep these check-ins to around 10 to 12 minutes, and I spent 10 minutes confessing my sins to you. So we're now going to move to the moving forward portion, or the August goals portion of our program. So my goals are as follows. Goal number 1 is to continue with OMAD. That, again, has been an interesting transition. I did not OMAD really very much on vacation. I kind of planned on not doing that. But my body is kind of out of that habit a little bit right now. And so I'm going to focus on that, getting back to eating 1 meal a day, which is what OMAD stands for. And I'm going to continue to do that for the foreseeable future. If I find that it's not working, I might go back to 2 meals a day. But for now, that's the plan. That will help to curb my snacking, which has been something that I've been doing more of than I had been. Did some keto snacking certainly on vacation, but that has carried over into this little letdown week. So we're going to try to nip that in the bud right now and going back to OMAD. So my goal number 1 is to eat 1 meal a day for this month of August. Goal number 2 is to get my DDPY workouts in daily. Again, I didn't work out this week at all except for yesterday. I got a workout in yesterday. And I know that I feel better when I do that. I get up earlier when I do that because I have to get up earlier in order to do the workout before I go to work. And I just feel better when I wake up early. When I start my day with a workout, I feel 10 times better. So that's goal number 2. Goal number 3, I'm going to get back to my weightlifting. I knew I was going to take the week off of vacation from weightlifting because I didn't have any weights with me in California. But obviously I took this last week off. Unintentionally, so took it off. But I am going to do the 30 days to bigger arms, anabolic aliens. Grr, go team. Yes, so we're going to get our arms bigger this month. But that's my next goal. I'm going to start with day 1 tomorrow. So obviously it will be the 7th of August. So it won't be the 7th of September really till I finish that up. It might even be a little bit further than that because I do not lift weights on Sundays. But I'm going to get those 30 days in, 30 days to bigger arms. That would be goal number 3. Goal number 4 is to get my walks in daily with myself, hopefully my wife most days, and my dogs. My goal is to get in a little over 10,000 steps a day. I'm really shooting for like 12 to 15,000 steps a day. But I know that if I get my walks in the evening, I will do that. So that would be goal number 4. Goal number 5 is to leave the scale alone for a month. Grateful for that one this week. Didn't need the depressing news of how much weight I had put on vacation and or taking this little respite that we took from the ketogenic lifestyle this week. But I am going to wait and weigh myself at the end of the month. And I'm going to focus on... So the goal really isn't to not weigh myself. That's really easy to do. Just don't get on the scale. But the goal really is to focus on my processes. Focus on eating 1 meal a day. Focus on getting my DDP workouts in every day. DDPY workouts in every day. Focus on doing my weightlifting every day. Focus on my walking. And then finally, my 6th goal, my goal that I always have, is to do my Bible study weekly. So those are my goals, guys. That's the plan for this month. That's how I'm going to get back on track and be successful. It has been... I always seem to learn something interesting about when I make a mistake, when I have a setback. And that is a good thing. I think experience is a very thorough teacher. I often wish that I didn't have to go through the experience in order to learn the lesson. But as hard-headed as I am, that does happen sometimes. So it was a good lesson for me. It was a good chance for some introspection, thinking about myself, thinking about how I work and how I operate, and how I need to have a plan and I need to have a goal, and I need to be prepared for when I come back from the holidays, when I come back from vacation. Once I get through the thing, it's the after the thing, not the thing. I can get through the stressful time. I can get through the holidays. I can get through the vacation. But it's when I get home, really needing to have that plan in place. And so now that I'm consciously aware of that, and I have made you aware of it as well, hopefully I can be more successful moving forward. So I hope this has been interesting for you. Please chime in with your comments if you have any on my goals and or what I've been through the last week. If you've had any experience with that, I'd love to. Misery loves company, haha. So feel free to share that. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I know I say that or try to say that in most all of my videos. You guys are great. You've been such a help to me, been very encouraging, helped me to stay on track, helped me to get back on track. This channel has helped me to get back on track. I think I'm able to do that much quicker because I've had to think about it in order to share with you what's been going on with me. And in order to share that, I've had to think a lot about it. And in thinking about it, I think it's been really helpful for me, taking something that's been kind of subconscious to my conscious mind. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for you. Please hit the thumbs up button if you've liked this video. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you can be notified of the next time I share one of these videos with you. This is also, I actually didn't even think about this, so happy anniversary to me. This is basically the anniversary of my channel. I posted my first video on August 4th of last year, and it is now August 6th. When I started this channel, I literally thought it would be my friends and family, and I would have like maybe 20 subscribers. As of yesterday, I have 471 subscribers. I'm glad that so many of you have decided to share 15 minutes of your week with me. And again, I'm just so thankful for all of you. So yes, happy anniversary to my channel, to Platte River Keto. Hooray! Keep calm and keto on, my friends. Hopefully next week will be a good week. I have faith that it will be. Hope that you have a fantastic week, and we will talk to you guys again soon.